guys, so I'm gonna go over what you're gonna need to clean your warmer, okay? So you're gonna need your warmer with wax. You're gonna need cotton rolls, cotton pads, and or you can use one or the other, alcohol, and your next set of wax bars. Okay, so there's two methods, okay? So the first method is a little bit more messy, but it's probably the most common method, and that is to let your wax melt all the way, okay? So this is a fully melted wax. You can tell I'm like kind of shifting it around, it's fully melted. The second method is to let your wax warm up for around like 5 minutes. Not too long to where it's fully melted, but warm enough to where it's movable, okay? And that's this example here. I have it in this little guy, and I have been warming this for 5 minutes, maybe 6, and it's already kind of melting in the middle. This is actually too much melt, but I have had to record this a couple times, so yeah, ideally before it gets to this part, okay? So what you'll do is you're just gonna lift up, and it's gonna fight with you a bit, but if it's warm enough, like that 5 minutes, it will lift on its own, okay? So I'm gonna lift this, and you'll see, again, it's a little bit too much, too melted for what I like, but it's just gonna come out like still kind of hard. And then the residual will be liquid. So this is, again, I kind of messed up this method because I totally let it over melt, but I'm gonna show you both methods so it doesn't matter too much. The first method, again, is to not let it melt all the way, just enough so you can remove the wax. You might have to fight with it a little bit with your finger, but it shouldn't be too hard. And then the second method is like this method where it's like fully melted, and you can kind of see it's fully melted here. And this is where you get your cotton roll. So you're gonna get your cotton roll, and you can just put it in, and it's gonna do the work for you. It's gonna absorb, and you'll see it absorb. And then I kind of rotate it, again, saving cotton rolls because I go through these so much. And you are just going to go around with that cotton roll and clean up the excess. So, a couple things. I have people ask me about warmers that are crusty or the wax is sticking to the warmer. So in my opinion, that probably has to do with off-label warmers, and I'm not even trying to be like bougie about it. It's just, I don't see that happening with my warmers. And I think it's a combination of two things. I think it has to do with the ceramics that they're using on their warmers. Maybe they're just more porous and are attaching to the wax. And the second theory I have is just the wax quality itself. They have, I know, for example, Walmart waxes have so much chemicals in them, so I feel like they just leach into the warmer and they're just not good products. Our waxes have like oils in them, so they don't really, they're pretty easy to clean up. Like, I mean, if you leave it on and you let it warm, it won't be hard. So again, I'm just going over here, going over all of the excess wax on my element. And I call this an element because it is the warmers, I mean, it's still a warmer, but all it means, elements just mean that the warmer has no source of light. So you can see on this warmer, there is clearly a source of light. It has a light bulb. Elements don't require light bulbs, so they're cheaper. And honestly, they're cute. They have their own kind of moment depending on what you are looking for. Unrelated, but again, I am just going over the element here with some cotton rolls, okay? I'm on video, so I'm using more than I do in real life, but honestly, I try to keep it to 2 to 3 cotton rolls. I'm not trying to be wasteful here. Okay, so the element has no more wax in it, but it does have residual, okay? So, I mean, even on the outside of this, I have some. So that's why I have the alcohol here. So I'm gonna grab an alcohol pad, makeup pad, whatever you wanna call it, and I'm just gonna go over this with alcohol. And if the warmer's on, you will see it quickly evaporate. Like, you kind of see it, like, I mean, it shouldn't be hot. Don't do this if it's hot, okay? Like, maybe even if it's like been off for a bit, you can clean it. And I am just cleaning over and getting all the excess out. And I've had this warmer for almost 2 years, and it is still so cute. It was the copper element warmer. We don't have it in stock anymore. But yeah, I'm just going over and I'm just cleaning with alcohol. And honestly, it looks brand new. So that is my major tip if you're trying to get all of your wax out and it's being stubborn. Maybe just go over it with some alcohol, okay? And obviously I'm being more tedious here because I'm on camera. In my house, this would have flied a long time ago and I would have just added the wax back. Okay, so nice, it's all nice and clean. I went over with the alcohol, and again, I could probably go over the rest, but it's cute enough, okay? So now, step 2, or the last step, is to add your new wax. So I get questions on how much wax to add, how long does the wax last. Personally, I'm a 2-cuber kind of girl. Some warmers have bigger, this is called a lid, they have bigger lids and they can take up to 3, but as you can see, this has 2 wax cubes and it's pretty full. Anything more than that, you're just kind of risking a mess. You're risking your product falling and messing up. So I play it safe and use 2 on warmers, and then I use 1 on the mini plugins. So those are the bathroom warmers. So then I just split the cubes and I add it, and it looks so precious in, and that's it. I would say these 2 cubes, depending on the scent, will depend on how long it lasts, but I just say honestly a good 3 days of warm. And I'm not talking about continuous warming, I'm talking about like you warm it when you want and you're gonna get like 3 days worth of scent, fragrance in the air. This one is the black raspberry vanilla. It's a pretty strong scent, so honestly I can probably get by with a little bit more than 3 days, but 3 days is kind of my standard. Obviously if you're continuously warming, then all the oils are going to evaporate faster and then that time decreases, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's a great product to have, and it's so fun. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.